logos are so poorly received, you might not even know they exist, or in these cases, did exist. So here are 5 examples of logos that were met with such a furious backlash, they were completely abandoned.
I can't believe they invented it!
One of the most infamous rebrand and marketing bombs of all time. If this was a movie, it would be Cutthroat Island. Back in 2009, Tropicana launched their new look. It ditched the fun, bouncy typography of the previous logo, and replaced it with a very safe, modern interpretation. The packaging design removed anything recognisable about the brand, such as the orange with the straw in it, and did everything it could to blend in with every other carton of orange juice on the shelf. After investing $35 million into the rebrand and advertising, sales dropped off a cliff by 20%. To make matters worse, their competitors saw a boost in sales, as Coca-Cola overtook Tropicana's parent company PepsiCo as the #1 juice brand the following year. Unsurprisingly, Tropicana reverted back to the previous designs, but they did simplify their packaging and logo later on, but as you can see, lessons have clearly been learned.
Just a stupid Leeds.
Leeds United Football Club have a fairly lengthy history of logo designs, including scripts, owls, white roses, peacocks and whatever this is, but by far the most short-lived was the 2018 badge. The new logo was meant to be depicting the Leeds salute, which made for some solid meme material. This badge was so generic and quite dated, as it looked like it had been nicked from a stock photo site. It felt like a badge that belonged to an amateur football team, not one that was playing at the highest level of English football. Godspeed to anyone who attempts to redesign a logo for any sports team. The fan and online backlash was fairly predictable, but very fun to watch. The club quickly reverted back to the original logo, so this one never made it anywhere near the team's shirt. This was so poorly received there isn't even a mention of it on the club's Wikipedia page, and any trace of it has been removed from the club's website too. Speaking of poorly received sports logos, Chicago Fire started a fire of their own after introducing a new logo in 2019. While the design had some good ideas, the execution wasn't great. The fire and star shape in the middle led to the logo looking like it had been stretched, so it had a lot of empty space on the sides, with the text feeling quite out of proportion, but it dropped the recognisable badge shape and capital C from the previous design. So in early 2021, the team introduced a new logo designed by Matthew Wolfe, which felt like a modern evolution of the previous design. It included a modernised badge, geometric C and 6-sided star, complete with the colours from the Chicago flag. The silver lining here is this actually led to one of the best brands and logos from 2021. Similar to sports team logos, updating logos for colleges and universities is another risky venture. The University of California introduced a new logo in November 2012, and this was also met with a furious backlash, and I think it's easy to see why. An online petition quickly gathered pace for this one, as the general criticism was it wasn't suitable for a university, especially one as established and highly regarded as California. The logo may not have been a complete disaster, but the rest of the brand's vision really didn't help matters. Even for 2012, the rollout looked awful. By December, the new logo was completely abandoned, but the petition's Facebook page is actually still live, and there are some brutal comments on here. It's well worth a read. How to make your logo unremarkable in 2 very easy steps. Step 1, choose a generic sans serif font. Step 2, relegate the object everyone recognises about your logo and make it feel like an afterthought. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to not talk about Gap when discussing bad logo redesigns. The new logo very quietly appeared on Gap's website in 2010 without an announcement or a press release. It's as if the company knew there would be some kind of public meltdown. It was memed to hell and back, and even had its very own Twitter account. They reverted to the previous, much better logo within less than a week, making this one of the most short-lived logo redesigns ever. Probably, but Gap kept its vendetta against blue squares and dropped it from the previous logo in 2016. In hindsight, Gap and Tropicana were actually ahead of the curve of using standard sans serif fonts for their logos.